Imagine facing a pandemic so devastating that it killed 1/3 of a continent's population within just a few years. This was the Black Death, a plague that struck Europe in the mid-14th century and left a lasting mark on history. Now fast forward to the modern era, COVID-19 shook the world in 2020, changing lives globally. Let's start by looking at the sheer scale of both pandemics. The Black Death, caused by the bacterium Yersinia pestis, hit Europe between 1347 and 1351, killing an estimated 25 to 30 million people. In some regions, up to 60% of the population perished. By contrast, the COVID-19 pandemic, caused by the SARS-CoV-2 virus, has resulted in millions of deaths worldwide, though the global mortality rate is far lower than the Black Death. One of the reasons the Black Death was so deadly was the lack of medical knowledge and sanitary practices at the time. In medieval Europe, people didn't understand how diseases spread. There were no vaccines, no antibiotics, and little knowledge of hygiene. On the other hand, modern science provided us with tools like vaccines, antiviral treatments, and widespread public health measures, allowing us to control the spread of COVID-19 much more effectively. The way pandemics spread has also changed. The Black Death followed the medieval trade routes, especially the Silk Road and Mediterranean shipping lanes. Rats carrying fleas infested with the plague bacteria boarded merchant ships and traveled from Asia to Europe. The disease spread slowly but relentlessly. COVID-19, on the other hand, spread rapidly due to the interconnectedness of the modern world. Air travel allowed the virus to cross borders and oceans within hours. Unlike the months it took for the plague to reach Europe, COVID-19 spread across the globe in just a few weeks. In both pandemics, human movement played a crucial role, but the speed of transmission today highlights the increased risks of our globalized world. One of the earliest responses to the Black Death was quarantine. The city of Venice in particular established the practice of isolating ships and their crews for 40 days, hence the word quarantine, from the Italian word quaranta, meaning 40. Though rudimentary, these measures were surprisingly effective at slowing the spread of the plague in some areas. Fast forward to 2020, and we see similar but more advanced quarantine measures. Governments across the globe imposed lockdowns, travel restrictions, and self-isolation guidelines. The idea of social distancing, though based on modern science, shares similarities with the isolation practices of medieval times. However, unlike during the Black Death where information was scarce, today's digital age allowed governments to communicate quickly and effectively, spreading crucial public health information in real time. Both pandemics brought with them severe economic consequences. In medieval Europe, the Black Death caused a dramatic shift in the labor market. With so many people dead, the scarcity of workers meant wages increased for those who survived. This shift in economic power helped break down the rigid feudal system, allowing for greater social mobility. Similarly, COVID-19 disrupted global economies, with entire industries shutting down, unemployment rates soaring, and supply chains collapsing. But while the Black Death led to long-term social and economic shifts, many modern governments were able to mitigate the economic impacts through stimulus packages, unemployment benefits, and rapid digital transformation. Yet, much like in the aftermath of the Black Death, the COVID-19 pandemic has sparked debates about income inequality and workers' rights. During the Black Death, many believed the pandemic was a punishment from God for the sins of humanity. Religious processions and penance became common, and some blamed minority groups like the Jewish community for spreading the disease. This period of despair also led to disillusionment with the Church, setting the stage for future religious reforms, including the Protestant Reformation. In contrast, during COVID-19, while some conspiracy theories circulated, most people turned to science and medicine for answers. However, there was a shared sense of uncertainty and fear. Religious gatherings were impacted, but the modern response was more about adapting faith practices, such as virtual services, rather than blaming or persecuting specific groups. While the Black Death and COVID-19 occurred in vastly different times, they share many similarities in how they reshaped society. From government responses to social consequences, both pandemics forced societies to adapt and evolve. The Black Death led to the collapse of feudalism, the rise of social mobility, and new economic opportunities. COVID-19 has brought about digital transformation, changes in how we work, and a re-evaluation of our social safety nets. The lesson from both pandemics is clear. Times of great crisis also present opportunities for growth, adaptation, and long-lasting change. By learning from the past, we can better prepare for the future. If you found this comparison between the Black Death and modern pandemics insightful, make sure to subscribe to Historical Digest for more videos exploring the events that shaped our world. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you won't miss any new content. Let's keep exploring history together, one story at a time.